Welcome to see you in Main Street.
We're here in our studio at home, but still we would like to talk about Disneyland Paris, of course.
Of course.
You ask us a lot of questions in the comments of our videos, which we absolutely love, so please keep doing that. But some of them are so valuable for all our other viewers that we thought maybe we should make a video about this and answer these questions about Disneyland Paris vacations.
Yeah, so
let's do it.
Let's do this. One of the questions is, which buffet restaurant do we recommend in Disneyland Paris? Well, Elise?
Yeah, well, there are a lot of buffet restaurants in the park itself, but also in the hotels. The one that I would recommend for you is the Plaza Gardens. It is in the center of Disneyland Paris, close by to the beautiful castle. Only thing is, you really have to make a reservation because it's a very popular buffet restaurant and it's full within no time.
Yeah.
And yours?
My favorite would be the buffet restaurant at Newport Bay. Great desserts, and we made a video about that one.
Yeah, that's true. Also, there's one we would like to mention to you.
Yeah, that's been overlooked by a lot of people because it's a little bit of hidden gem. That's the Agrabah Cafe. And it's a buffet restaurant, and you really get the feel of being in Morocco or another Arabian country. Different food, more Eastern kind of dishes. It's a very nice change to fish and chips and the burgers and the pizza.
Next question that we would like to talk about with you guys is a question we got from Siham Amra, and he or she asked us, can you also buy one of the pictures, or do you have to have the Photopass to buy pictures in rides or even to take photos with characters? So
yeah, well, you can buy the photos that Disney photographers take separately. What you also can do is buy the Photopass. If you buy them separately, they would cost about 16 to 20 euros each. So buying a Photopass makes sense because you have a meet and greet with Chip and Dale, for instance, Donald Duck, Mickey. You also already have free photos. And yes, the Photopass is quite expensive, but when you have it, it's the joy of getting every picture you can get. And then the pictures start becoming very cheap.
Sven is right, it's also for the characters, the meet and greets with the characters, but also the ride pictures. So if you've been, for example, in Pirates of the Caribbean, you would like to buy the picture, you can buy it separately. But when you have a Photopass, of course, it's easy. You just show your pass and you will get the picture digitally. It's fun because, like Sven says, you're going to collect all the pictures, and if you are going to do one ride 3 times, you're getting more creative with doing some crazy movements or poses, and that's fun about it. And when you come home and you look at all these pictures, because you can download them, they are there for a year, so one whole year you can keep downloading them. And then when you go through all these pictures, you are thinking like, oh man, oh that was great, oh yeah, that's the face I made, and I can still remember this and I can still remember that.
Yeah. And if you're with the whole group, you can get everybody in, even without someone from your group taking a picture who's being left out of the picture.
Can you give your camera to one of the cast members so that they can get your picture instead of having a Photopass photographer doing it for you? Yes, it's possible. You can give your cell phone, iPhone, whatever, to a cast member.
Big camera, video camera.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. They're happy to help if they are there. They're not always there.
So another benefit of the Photopass system is that you also can get the app on your smartphone. Ride pictures, for instance, you take a ride, picture's been taken, you go to the desk with your Photopass passport and get it scanned in, or even get the QR code which is on the display monitor, and you can use the app for that to get the photo on your telephone.
So what is the next next thing we're going to talk about?
Avoiding the queues. It has to do with fast passes, and you're the one with the most of the details.
Okay, so I will start. So, of course, you guys already know about the fast passes. At least that's what we think. But actually,
You don't really have to wait until your fast pass expired. For example, on this card it says that the return time is between 16:55 and 17:25. But it also says that you can get another fastpass ticket after 2:15. In other words, you can collect a few fastpasses for an entire day. Don't have to wait until your fastpass return time ended.
And again, it also depends on availability of the fast passes, because we've seen a couple of times. Last time we saw it was with Big Thunder Mountain. After refurbishment, it was so popular that before 11 o'clock in the morning, all the fast passes for the whole day were already gone.
yes, sometimes it's crazy. Also, Ratatouille is a very popular ride, so fast passes are gone within no time. But still, I mean, if you have the possibility, try it, and hopefully it will help you out.
Yep.
And another viewer asked us something, and her name is Geeky Carlies, and she asked us about character meet and greets. She wanted to know how to meet certain characters in one day. We are going to translate this into how can you meet the most characters in one day in Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, so there are 4 ways to do this. Well, you can even kind of combine them. So one is have lunch or dinner at Inventions in the Disneyland Hotel while you're eating, and that's actually a very good buffet for the first question.
Yeah, that's actually a very good buffet restaurant.
But it is also a character meet and greet. So you have your dinner or your lunch, and the characters come by your table and take the time to have pictures with you and your family and friends. The second one where that is possible is Auberge de Cendrillon. So that's the restaurant themed about Cinderella, with the princes and princesses of the classic Disney movies. So you have your Ariel with Eric, and Cinderella, and
yeah. Oh yeah, and Aladdin and Jasmine.
Aladdin and Jasmine.
Yeah.
They can vary, but they're most of the times.
Yes.
Magical hours. So magical hour nowadays, but
Extra time of
extra time, extra hours, or well, if you're staying in a Disney hotel, or if you are an annual pass holder, you can get in extra early, and those are the best moments to best times to meet and greets with characters. If you've done that, you can go to Meet Mickey at the back of the park at Fantasyland, next to Toad Hall. It's a special building. That's where you can have a nice photo shoot with Mickey. And don't be discouraged of the line outside, because that's when the doors are closed if you're early. As soon as the doors open, there's a nice waiting line queue.
They've got this carpet laying over there. There's a big screen that shows cartoons, and then when it's your turn, you meet Mickey. And yes, absolutely, that's a very good spot. Something about staying near Disneyland Paris. You guys ask us, where should we stay if we don't want to stay on Disney property? Do you have advice for us? Well, of course we do have advice for you guys.
First of all, most of the hotels nearby Disneyland Paris are okay. So the cheaper ones, yeah, you have less service, and the more expensive ones, better service, better rooms. But that's to say with all hotels, the more you pay, most likely you get more for your money. What the catch is with the most of the non-partner hotels, so you have the Disney hotels, you have the Disney partner hotels, and you have the other hotels in the neighborhood, is that with the other hotels there are some additional fees for parking. For instance, we stayed at one hotel without parking. We had to park our car in the street. It was an industrial zone, and it was a bit of hit and miss for those days where we could park the car. another hotel had underground parking. So we arrived and we went to the desk. Oh, you can park, and yeah, we opened the door, parked the car. Oh, you parked the car? Ching! Extra money.
Yeah, so it was, I think, 25 euros per day. Per car.
Yeah, per car, yeah.
And if you are, you know, that's 50 euros in total. You can also spend that maybe on staying at a slightly more expensive hotel. Maybe you don't have those costs.
Yeah.
Also, breakfast is not always included with your stay. And if you would like to have breakfast, sometimes they are trying to earn more money by making the breakfast more expensive. So breakfast can be quite expensive in those hotels.
So you have a cheap hotel for staying, and nice hotel, fine. But then breakfasts they're more expensive than you would get for your money. Can you bring your own food into the Disney park? Well, the answer is yes.
And also drinks.
And also drinks. 1992, 1993, the park wouldn't allow you to bring your own food and drinks. But the rules have changed a little bit. So if you bring a small backpack with French baguette with rolls or
just like those people in the row, you know, in the queue in the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
There was once that we were in the queue of pirates, and there was a couple in front of us, and they had this whole French baguette. They had pâté, really smelly pâté, and beer. So they were basically doing a walk-on picnic in this queue, and it was so smelly and awful, and people were already staying
way up front,
big
and
distance.
the distance became bigger and bigger between those people. And
yes, so don't bring anything. Bring something that's non-smelly for your fellow Disneyland Paris visitors.
Yeah, but again, you are allowed to bring your own food and drinks.
Yes. So, well, we already answered a lot of questions, I think. Hope that
for this session.
There
will be more.
Of course, there will be more. If you have any questions for us for a session like this, please leave them in the comments below, and maybe we can answer them in this kind of video. So, next time, we will definitely see you in Main Street, because next weekend we are in Disneyland Paris, and I'm so excited for it again. If you are there and if you see us walking around, please say hi, because we really love to meet you guys.
Yeah.
And well, so maybe next time
we'll see you in Main Street. Bye.
Are you looking for more fun and informative videos about Disneyland Paris? Check out our other episodes we know you're gonna like too. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.